Hello, it is Sunday, February 13th. That I know because I checked the calendar. I'm listening to my favorite Sundays. I listen to my favorite Texas radio stations, KNBT out of New Braunfels. They play just great Texas music and other stuff all day. Drinking some chai tea, getting some organizing done. Just thought I'd touch in because I'm trying to do the weekly thing. This won't be that long. Um, Political world events. So, as I mentioned last week, there's so much going on. We are literally in the midst of life-changing times, earth-changing times. This is going to be written about what's going on now in the history books for hundreds of years to come. Most of it's been peaceful so far, thank God. Knocking on wood. Let's hope it stays that way. We are the many, they are the few. And if you're doing anything and observing the peaceful protests in Canada, especially the Canadian truckers started. Now all the citizens are getting involved, and it started in Ottawa. Now it's all over the country. It's on the U.S.-Canadian borders. Millions of people standing up and being fed up the way their lives have been run by an autocratic governments these last couple years. And it's happening everywhere. It's happening in Paris, it's happening in New Zealand, it's happening in Australia. There's a convoy that just started here in the United States. It's going to be heading towards Washington, D.C. The people are rising. Everything people like me or myself have talked about for a couple years now. We are coming together. We're binding over a single cause, and that's our freedoms. We've been manipulated and lied to for too long, and we're all just sick and tired. And I'm talking about the people I'm talking about are from all walks of life, right, left. Here in the States, I've said before, the two-party system is dead. The Republican Party, the Democrats, all they are fundraisers anymore. The Republican Party is so chock full of rhinos, it's disgusting. They're all culpable, all of them. And we all see that. So this is not about parties anymore. It's about individual freedoms and about we as the people taking our power back. You should be observing what's going on in Canada. It's setting precedent for many, many things. The Canadian government has their hands tied. They can't do much. The military has stepped down. Most police are starting to second guess enforcement of the rules by the government. This is happening again worldwide. Okay, it's big. It's big. I would advise you to keep up on it. But the other thing that just came out today that's huge, that Durham, people are terrified of Durham. He sits in the back in the shadows, and he's been quietly putting together evidence upon evidence for a few years now of crimes, and he's slowly coming out with things. The bombshell that hit out today was alluded to was the Hillary Clinton campaign hiring a tech firm to spy on President Trump when he took office. This is earth-shattering. I mean, there's so many things that come with that alone as this evidence starts to come out. That's act of war. That's not good. Not good in a supposed democracy and under our Constitution. So my point being is, as I've said before, there are so many angles to all this truth that's starting to come out. We've got, the COVID narrative falling apart so quickly now. We've got the voter fraud starting to come. We've got now Hillary Clinton, the Clinton campaign, everyone that's tied to that too, including Obama will be soon too, all colluding against the sitting president. Russiagate, they never found anything. They couldn't find anything. Adam Schiff lied. It's all coming out. Everything that we've talked about for 2 years. We've been very patient, all of us. And we've been helping towards this movement, gathering evidence and things. And it's coming out now. So again, I say, prepare yourself. Do the research. No matter what you believe in. Because we are into some big changes here. From the woo-woo side of things, a lot of people say we're shifting in dimensions too. We're shifting vibration, I should say. There's a lot of people just waking up to all sorts of things, but again, the story for another time. There's so much. But the Clinton thing is a big one, and the one to keep an eye on. And what's going to happen as the Clintons are exposed, all the stuff's going to come out from the Clinton Foundation, what they've done in Haiti, and how they've completely abused all the Haitian people and what they've done down in Haiti. There is so much coming out. Let's not forget the Hunter Biden laptop that starts to bring the first family select into the spotlight too. These are crime families. They're crime families, and they're every single one. And I said before, let's take the COVID narrative for instance. As this COVID narrative is falling apart and the truth starts coming out again, everybody who willfully colluded in this giant con, basically. I'm not saying COVID is not real. I've had friends out in the hospital, but everything that had to do with it, the fear mongering, the vaccine push, all this sort of thing. All those that colluded, from the medical personnel in your local town all the way to the top, from the government officials all the way down your city and school board councils to our local papers in our little towns, and the journalists that help push this lie willingly, every single one is going to be held accountable. So it's coming. As they say, the storm is coming. Nothing can stop what's coming. People like me, again, I've said, are all going to be here for information sources when this starts really coming to light. It is now, among a lot of other things. So, still, ground yourself. As I always say in my spiritual side, keep yourself grounded. Find your happiness and truth, because then, no matter what all the storm comes around to you, you're grounded in your own peace, just like I am. No matter what happens to me, good and bad in my life now, is all gravy. I don't get bent out of shape about anything. And it's a good place to be. It takes a lot of work. Eat healthy, exercise. I mean, I'm 59. I'm in the best shape of my life at 59 years old. So, well, that's my 2 cents for Sunday. Don't have a whole lot more to talk about. I will put something together for next week, but keep your eye on the Clinton thing, as I told you, spying on the Trump campaign, and watch this COVID narrative fall on its face as it is in real time now, and what the trucker convoys are doing for their freedoms. Those are 3 big things. There's a lot more to come, but let's look at those first. Have a good Sunday. Bye.